Hey guys, today I've got a Whirlpool washer and electric dryer set. They're both made obviously by Whirlpool. Now they're the same series, but there's a little bit of a difference on the consoles. One's a gray and the other's a white. So technically they're not matching, but they are a matching series. So they're basically matching, but you'll notice in the pictures, once they're side by side, that they're just a little bit different. I don't know, theme, I guess you'd call it. Color series is slightly different. Otherwise, as far as features, overall look, and how they're going to work, they are matching set. Anyway, the washer gets a 28-point inspection. The dryer gets a 22-point inspection. Everything electrical, mechanical, it all gets checked and everything has to work perfectly before it leaves my care or before it gets listed up for sale. After I do all that testing, then I run a quick video to show you, as if you were standing here yourself testing it out, that everything works great. Now on this particular model, normally I'll go ahead and fill them up and let it run a whole load. And I've done that 3 or 4 times, but as soon as you lift this lid up, it stops everything. So there's not a whole lot to show off. I can show you the spin cycle, that it spins nice and fast, but even that, when I open this up, it stops pretty fast. So I'm just gonna give you a real quick overview on some of the features here. So you have several different temperature options. You can do like a tap cold, you've got cool for darks, brights, warm, hot, and you have just straight cold over here. Extra rinse switch, fabric softener, and then fabric select. So you can even do, now what this is going to do is this is going to control the speed of the agitator. So if you have something like a bunch of towels or some really dirty clothes, that type of thing, jeans and stuff, you can go heavy duty, and that agitator, it kicks real good. And as you see here, it only spins in one direction. That's how you know these are working correctly. Should not spin back the other way. You can, if you force it, you can spin the whole thing, and that's fine, but it should only freely spin in one direction. That's how it gets this kick going, like this. And it kind of takes those clothes and works them down along all those fins, and that's how your clothes get really clean there. So if you have something very light, like a delicate, then that's going to move very slowly, versus on heavy duty, it's real fast and has a nice kick to it. So real quick, you can hear it pulling that water in. Now you'll notice there's no water level sensor here because it automatically detects that for you, but it is full submersion on the clothes, so it's not going to cheapskate the water, and your clothes will get nice and clean with full submersion on the water. But it is smart enough to know how much clothes you have in there, and so there's no switch for actually adjusting the water. It does an excellent job though. But if I lift this up, it shuts the water off. Then I close it, takes a second, kicks right back in. So like I said, virtually whenever you lift this up, everything stops, which is great, especially if you have kids, that type of thing. We can switch your water. You can hear it using the different valves as I switch this around. And like I said, all this stuff has been tested and it's all good to go. And then I run through every cycle here on the timer. What I'm going to do now, though, that it's getting some water in there, I'll go ahead and switch it over to spin. Let's see how much water we got in there. We'll switch it over to spin, and then I'll allow it to drain. You can hear it drain. Then I'll pause it so it can get up to full speed, and then I'll show you the spin. But you can hear it draining that water out nice and fast. So you know the water comes in like it's supposed to. I showed you that the agitator works and is functioning properly. Then the pump works, and now after it drains this water out, it's going to go into the spin cycle. And that takes a couple minutes, so for the sake of time, I try to keep these videos short. Go ahead and pause it, let it get up to full speed, and we'll come back for that. Then we'll show off the dryer. Alright, now we're spinning at full speed. I'll go ahead and lift the lid up. It'll stop the spinning, but you'll be able to see that it's spinning nice and fast, and you can see how smooth it is. Sounds great. And it comes to a nice fast stop as well. Nice safety feature with that lid switch. Alright, we'll go ahead and switch over to the dryer and show you that everything's working perfect there. Alright, and here we have the electric dryer. You can see it's the same series, a little different, white instead of the gray top. But they look excellent sitting next to each other. You can see they're both in like new condition. I've got it running. If you can hear it, it's pretty quiet. Sounds great. And I'm going to show you that it is in fact heating like it's supposed to be. We've given it just a minute to heat up here. Let me grab my temperature. All right, now that I have my temperature gun, I'll show you. Right in between those two red dots, that's where it's going to take its measurement. See kind of the difference between the floor and the machine. So we'll go ahead and open this up. You can see the light is nice and bright there, and plenty of heat coming out of the heating element tube right there. So this little grate here can get pretty hot, as you can see. Plenty of heat coming out of there. But the inside of your dryer now, it's only going to get from about 95 up to 195 as it heats up. And that really just depends how hot it's going to get. Depends on what heat setting you have it on. Because you have high heat, you've got a low for your delicates. You've also got an air fluff setting here for no heat. So it really depends on what you're drying. You've also got, you could just go automatic, high, and let it do its thing. That's, I typically just set it on the highest time dry and let it go. Which is why I'm not really allowed to do laundry that often. And that's going to be it on these guys here. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Thanks and have a great day.